Queen's Gambit declined, exchange, positional line, Reshevsky variation, 6, b7-7.e3 and bd7-8.nf3. Wild, a chaotic game where both players had many chances to win. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was a well-fought middle game that White got the better of. Both players missed some big chances in the end game. Opening with the Queen's pawn. The Indian game begins by controlling the important e4 square with the knight, rather than a pawn. By taking control of the crucial d5 square and creating a space on which the knight can move to c3 without obstructing the c-pawn, move c4 helps to create a strong center. The move e6 creates a line for the dark squared bishop, sets up a rapid castle, and prepares to push a pawn to d5 and recover the piece if it is taken. Nf3 develops toward the center, putting pressure on the e5 square and adding another defender to the d4 pawn. d5 takes space in the center, attacks the c4 pawn and helps control the e4 square. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. Nbd7 develops the knight toward the center, defends the f6 knight and controls the c5 and e5 squares. This is an equal trade. Backs off. By doing this, a bishop moves out of its beginning square and into the action. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. By doing this, a queen moves off of its beginning square and into the action. It is ideal. The bishop will be better off as a result of this. This reveals an attack on a bishop. It is a fair deal after all captures. Recaptures. It is the last book move. By doing this, a bishop moves out of its beginning square and into the action. That's good. That is a logical response. It is quite good. The rooks are linked by this, making it easier for them to work together in the future. It is ideal. Castling develops a rook, while also moving the king to safety. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent tends to lead to less sharp positions as compared with opposite side castling. It is best. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. That's a decent move. That's good. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. A solid choice. It is excellent. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is good. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. A very strong play. It is excellent. Among the best actions. It is quite good. This misses the chance to offer an equitable exchange of pieces. It is incorrect. The knight is now on a square that is more secure. That's good. This is an equal trade. It is best. Backs off. It is ideal. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. It is best. That is a logical response. It is quite good. Very precise. It is best. This poses a threat to strike a knight. That's good. This stops the opponent from being able to kick a knight. It is best. This threatens to reveal an attack on a knight. It is excellent. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. Recaptures. This threatens to win a pawn. It is good. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. This is the only good move. This stops the opponent from being able to win a pawn. It is a great move. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. By doing this, a chance to advance a defeated piece is missed. It is incorrect. That's fine. It is good. The game was close to balanced, but now black is worse. It is a mistake. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is quite good. Backs off. That's good. It is a fair deal after all captures. That's good. Recaptures. This poses a fork-piece threat. It is ideal. This prevents the adversary from forking pieces. It is ideal. This misses a chance to pose a pawn-winning threat. It is incorrect. This allows the knight to control more squares. It is best. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. This ignores an opportunity to create a passed pawn. It is an inaccuracy. Very precise. It is best. That's an unfortunate error. It is a mistake. That was a truly amazing move. This is the only good move. This was a game-changing move, giving white a winning position. It is brilliant. Backs off. It is ideal. This defends the attacked pawn. This is the only move that works. It is best. The rook is now on a square that is more secure. It is ideal. This reveals an attack on a rook. This is the only good move. It is best. This offers an equal trade of pieces. This threatens to win a knight. It is good. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. This makes it impossible for the adversary to capture a knight. It is ideal. Recaptures. Black is losing because the endgame has begun. It is ideal. There was only one good move in that position. It is a mistake. This is the only good move. This took advantage of a mistake and black now has a winning advantage. It is a great move. This moves the checking rook farther away. It is ideal. This move puts the queen on a safer square. It is best. This prevents a queen on the other side from checking. It is ideal. This is the only move that works. This threatens to play checkmate. It is a great move. This threatens to push a passed pawn towards promotion. This stops the opponent from being able to play checkmate. It is excellent. This misses a much better move. It is a mistake. This evades the check from the rook. It is forced. There was just one smart move to be made. It is incorrect. This steps away from the checking rook. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This misses an opportunity to use a rook to counter a passed pawn. It is a mistake. This evades the check from the queen. This was a game-changing move, giving white a winning position. It is a great move. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This steps away from the checking queen. It is best. That's a decent move. That's good. A solid choice. It is excellent. A very strong play. It is excellent. A chance to advance a passed pawn towards promotion is lost in this. It is incorrect. This avoids the queen's check. It is ideal. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This avoids the knight's check. It is ideal. This leads to losing a queen. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. There was only one good move in that position. This overlooks an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack. This allows the opponent to fork pieces. It is a blunder. This misses a chance to obtain a winning position. This misses an opportunity to fork pieces. It is a miss. This steps away from the checking queen. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This misses a chance to seize a free pawn. It is incorrect. This evades the check from the queen. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. There was just one smart move to be made. It is incorrect. This steps away from the checking queen. This is the only move that works. This was a game-changing move, giving white a winning position. It is a great move. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This overlooks a better way to evade the check from the opposing queen. This allows the opponent to create an X-ray attack through two pieces. It is a mistake. This skewers the opponent's pieces. This is the only move that works. This was a game-changing move. Black is no longer in a losing position. It is a great move. There was only one good move in that position. This misses a better way to evade the check from the opposing queen. It is a mistake. This is the only move that works. This took advantage of a mistake and black now has a winning advantage. It is a great move. This avoids the rook's check. It is ideal. Among the best actions. It is quite good. Thus, a forced checkmate is possible. It is incorrect. What I would have advised is that it is ideal. This evades the check from the queen. It is forced. The threat of checkmate is still present. It is ideal. This evades the check from the queen. It is excellent. Wild, a chaotic game where both players had many chances to win. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was a well-fought middle game that white got the better of. Both players missed some big chances in the end game. This continues down the road to checkmate. It is best. Wild, a chaotic game where both players had many chances to win. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was a well-fought middle game that white got the better of. Both players missed some big chances in the end game.